so we gather again. Breathe deeply, dear ones. Breathe in the energies that you are singing, feeling. Let the vibration go to your core of your being, all the way down to your toes. Feel how your body has changed from the music, the vibration from the music and the words. For as you know, we were already working on all of you. There are many here in the gallery as well above. It was not as easy for the medium to tune in to anything other than the mantra. And so it helps you to focus and clear your mind as you already just experienced. It also cleared your energy to begin the work this night. Tune in to how you feel in your neck and shoulders. Do they feel a little different? Do they feel as though you released the weight of the world? Perhaps. Do you feel energy moving? As we assisted all of you, and this medium too, to lighten your load, as you like to call it. For it is a self-imposed weight upon your shoulders. From the mind, from your beliefs, self-imposed, of course. Dear ones, we ask you to release the weight of the world from your shoulders. For it is not yours to carry, or any others who may believe it is their duty, their role, to heal the entire world, all of humanity. Each of you are here for a unique role, yes. But all of you together, and those that are not even here listening to these words, who do similar work, you are all points of light scattered across the tapestry of your world, weaving energies like threads into a beautiful image. All of the threads blend together for a beautiful picture. Without one of the colors, it would be incomplete. So if you can imagine each of you and the others around your world being one of those strands of color, you all work together. No one has the weight of the world on their shoulders and has to carry the weight of the tapestry on your own. For you do not have the different pieces that form the tapestry. You only have your piece of the puzzle. And so maybe a puzzle would be a better analogy. Think of one of your 1,000 pieces box puzzle. If you had 1,000 light workers, as you like to call yourselves, scattered around your world, even a 5,000 piece puzzle, but we'll stay with 1,000. Because some of you may have done one of those. How many of you are in the room and listening? Not as many as 1,000. Nowhere near. And so each of you, if you represent one of those puzzle pieces, the other puzzle pieces, you don't even know where they are. The pictures that will form when you come together, perhaps in the physical, perhaps energetically, from your vibration. But all of you being an individual puzzle piece, work together to form the picture of the puzzle. No one puzzle piece carries the puzzle itself. So if you are a mere puzzle piece, why do you think some of you must know the entire picture, have all the answers, know the outcome in advance of your puzzle? If you reached into a bag of 1,000 puzzle pieces and pulled out one piece, do you think that piece would think, I have to see what else is in the bag. I don't know where I'm supposed to go. I don't know what I'm supposed to do, how I fit? No. It just is. It just waits for the connections to be made to it by the other puzzle pieces who find it when it is time. Does this make sense so far? Yes. Good. And so we ask you to see your world as a giant puzzle. Perhaps there are hundreds of thousands of pieces. And you are trying to figure out where you fit. Do not be concerned with where you fit or how you fit or what to do or where to go or how to be. No. Just be the light that we have told you already are. Be the best version of you that is happy, excited with creating whatever it is that excites you to create. And allow the other puzzle pieces, by their vibrational match, in harmony with what you are vibrating, to come to you. You find each other. Just as those here in your group, you found each other. And now have a more complete picture instead of being disparate puzzle pieces that you once were. Perhaps you never thought of yourselves as such before. But when you all came together and united and connected with each other, you found a common ground. You found conversation. You found harmony. You found synchronicity, as you like to say. You found support. You found potentially like thoughts at different levels, yes, but you all aid each other in the big picture of your puzzle. And perhaps your puzzle is just one square or one puzzle piece of a much larger puzzle. A box within a box, as you sometimes imagine. Everything you know, dear ones, is connected. But sometimes, as your world likes to teach you, is that you have to know how all the puzzle pieces fit together in advance. If you think about your lives, what you have experienced already, did you know how things would work out in advance? Of course not. What fun is that? You are here to experience, grow, learn. If you know the outcome in advance, you wouldn't even bother to take the journey, because you would already know where it ends. What would be the point? The point is the journey, the steps along the way. That is the adventure of the journey of life, the game of life. And so we are saying these words this night so that you understand that you're all part of the journey unfolding upon your world. And you're each a small puzzle piece that plays a role, yes. But your role is just to be the best version of you. And to do that, just be as happy as you can with whatever it is that you are doing, that you are creating, that you are desiring in the moment, in the now. For all you have is right now. If you focus and live and replay the story from your past repeatedly, and you all know people who do this, they talk like broken records, as you say. They're still stuck in a pattern. They can't stop talking about it. And so what happens? They recreate it with different people, because they're still focused on a vibration, and they haven't understood that that puzzle is complete for them. They're still trying to find their way out of that puzzle, and they don't know that it's time to move on. They haven't learned the lesson from their version of the puzzle presented to them in that experience, where you can piece together all of your experiences as smaller puzzles, because every experience that you learned from, you gathered information, one piece at a time, like puzzle pieces. A little here, a little there, and eventually things came together and made sense, and you had clarity. Perhaps for those that had clarity and learned, they could put the puzzle away and move on. For those that did not learn, did not have clarity, they're like the broken record. They're still stuck in an old puzzle. As you say, an old rut. And so there are many on your world that are, the medium just had the image of a dog chasing its tail, going around and around and around. It is similar. They never catch their tail. Well, they might, but if they keep going around and around and around in a circle and never stop to take their eyes off the tail to look elsewhere, they don't see the world around them. It's like the horse with the tunnel vision. Can only see one direction. They have the blinders on. And so for those in your world now who are stuck in this fear pattern, understand that they have their own puzzle that they haven't solved yet. And they're kind of stuck in that puzzle. They have to choose, just as you did, to look away from it and look elsewhere, to start a new journey, to start a new puzzle. When they are ready, if they have learned from the journey. Some will be like the dog chasing its tail, and will just stay going around and around and around and around and around in a circle, like a broken record. You will not be able to stop their pattern. For even if you try to interfere and help them raise their head, raise their eyes, lift their chin, they will not see you. They will go back to their circle, to their puzzle, to where they are stuck. Only when they have the will to open their eyes to see something else will they make movement. Just as all of you have in your lives, in your level of consciousness, you had to make a choice to think differently, to ask questions that you never asked before, that may expand your understanding, to reach for something you never knew was possible before. And we say this because you all understand that your level of consciousness is different than the majority on your world. And we do not say this in judgment. It is observation. And you are all observing it as well in your day-to-day lives. We ask you not to take on the other puzzles for other people. That's where you take on their burdens, thinking you have to carry their weight of the world and fix them. Fix everything around you that doesn't seem to be aligned, we shall say, in harmony. But if everything is in divine order, and you don't know what you don't know, be the observer and do not pass judgment on someone else's path, for you do not know what understanding or what lessons they will potentially awaken too when they decide to stop chasing their tail and redoing the same puzzle. Eventually, all of you, perhaps, if you ever had a puzzle that you loved as a child or younger and you did it over and over and over and over and over and over and over, perhaps eventually you framed it and put it on a wall just so you could look at it and not do it anymore. Appreciate it, but not keep spending time in it. Perhaps some of you have done this. At some point, you changed your focus to appreciation versus solving the puzzle. You did it. You finally said, I've had enough. I've done it enough. I'm done. Let's just look at it from here and look at its beauty. Look at what I learned from it. That it can stay over here and I can walk away and do something else. All of you are working on your own puzzles, your own journeys. And some of you are part of each other's puzzle, as you already know. But the puzzle pieces that are already revealed do not show you how everything comes together. That's part of the fun, dear ones, is the discovery of a new puzzle piece in the grander scheme, in the grander picture of the connection that you have, perhaps with each other and others who are not listening to these words that you haven't even met yet. Do you understand what we are saying so far? Does it make sense? Are you having fun with your puzzles, or are you still stuck in an old one? Think about it. Figure out where you stand with whatever project, whatever puzzle, whatever desire, whatever word you want to use for it. Where do you stand? And make sure that you are only working on your desires for you. And perhaps the word selfish needs to be heard here. You must take care of your own vibration, your own desires. No one can manage your frequency but you. If you create by your vibration, by your thoughts, by your feelings, then you are the only one that is responsible for them. And once you embrace the responsibility that you have for your creation, you embrace your power. And you understand that everything that you have experienced in your lives till now, you have somehow vibrationally brought them into your experience. By thoughts, by feelings, by intentions, whether conscious or unconscious. And so perhaps in the days ahead, think about, get a piece of paper, a notebook of sorts. Perhaps for some of you, you may wish to write all the things that you have created for yourselves, achievements. Even if they seem trivial, they are not. For setting the intention to, one moment, the medium's thinking of a fun one, an example. It could be, what's a fun one that she has experienced? Something with food. Yes. Several months ago, when your so-called restaurants were mostly closed, she wanted Chinese food. She missed the Chinese food where she could walk. And for about a week or two, she was thinking, I just really want some Chinese food. I'm tired of this other food. I don't like it. When she's at lunch, because she doesn't like to pack a lunch. You all know she doesn't like to cook much. So she does the simple things when she has to be away from home. And so, one day, she was thinking again, I really just want some Chinese food. Really desiring it. And up comes a customer at her bank, where she works sometimes. And it's the woman who owns the Chinese restaurant. She came up out of nowhere and said, we're open. The medium, after asking her, when are you opening? You opening anytime soon? She's like, we opened a few days ago. She didn't even know. But for days, she was putting out the vibration. She wanted some Chinese food. She missed it. She missed the variety, the flavor. And so she celebrated because she realized that she was putting out that vibration and got giddy as a child. Actually started giggling at the bank because she realized that she had created what she wanted. And all of you have done similar things. You may just have not recognized what you did because it seemed like a synchronicity. Dear ones, everything in your experience you are creating, no one else. Which means you attract it, you create it, you are responsible for it. There is no outside influence making something happen. It's all you. And so acknowledge it as you. And yes, the word synchronicity is a tool of sorts to help you understand and recognize as you are learning these concepts. Because it's fun to see and experience what you consider a synchronicity, is it not? You all have had fun with that. The question is, did you realize that you created it and acknowledge the fact that you did it? Often not. So, if you want to do a fun exercise over the coming week, get a notebook and think of all the little things or big things that you created, that you experienced. And if you think of it as a synchronicity, start there and then tune in and try to remember, what was I focused on before that happened? Was it for a few days? Was it for a few weeks? Was I thinking something when you had your aha moment? Because, dear ones, you have the power within you and you have been doing it your entire lives. So has everyone else. Even if they walk asleep. They're not aware that they're doing it. And most of the time, their thoughts, especially now in your world, most of them are stuck on that broken record of fear, anger, despair. And by focusing on that, they are creating more of it. And saying, see, look, I told you this is what's happening. They're proving their point because they're creating what they're focused on. They think there's an outside influence doing it, but no one's doing it but them. Do you understand what we are saying? This is critical that you understand. Because when someone tries to prove a point of something unpleasant, nothing ever goes my way, blah, 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 and they keep repeating those sort of comments, they keep creating more circumstances that prove them right. Go figure. They're powerful creators. You can prove yourself right in unpleasantness, or you can have fun creating in joy and happiness. It is your choice. Either way, you are using your power, one, from a space of unawareness, unconscious, like a zombie walking around blaming everything else for what is occurring in your life, versus taking hold of the wheel of your life, like you're driving a car and you are controlling it. You are turning left, turning right. You are making the decisions as to where to focus, where to put your energy, where to put your attention, how to feel when you focus on whatever it is. And you have your hands on the reins of your life, and you are having a marvelous time creating. And yes, you will hit some bumps, and you may have some flat tires, and you may take a detour or hit a dead end occasionally. But that's part of figuring out what puzzle pieces fit and what don't with what you are trying to create. Because sometimes you need to taste a little sour to appreciate the sweet. Have a little bit of discomfort to enjoy the pleasure. The contrast makes you appreciate everything so much more, doesn't it? It does. That is why you are in these forms, to have all of these experiences on varying levels. And by your experiences, you begin to choose more where you want to focus on, because you've had a variety of experiences like that buffet, and you know what you don't like, so you stop putting it on your plate. Some people still don't know what they don't like, even though when they put it in their mouth from a buffet, they spit it out and complain about it. But what happens? They come back to the buffet another day and they do it all over again. The broken record. They either don't remember, or they may remember, but they're so used to feeling bad that they think that's all there is. And they don't realize that just not putting something that they don't like on their plate, and putting something else that they've never tried before that might look bad but actually tastes really good, will change everything. Because they may be afraid to try something different. They may think that they're not worthy of anything more, anything better. Dear ones, understand that these thought patterns although they were programmed from your society within you, each individual must make a choice to break the program. You all did, or you would not be hearing these words. Some people are not ready to break the program. Your movie, The Matrix, they're not ready to get out of the Matrix. Perhaps that would be a fun movie to watch again this weekend, with a different perspective. Yes, that could be fun. What we have done as we have been asked this night, dear ones. This concludes the instruction portion. We have been working with all of you, many, while I have been speaking. Helping all of you to lift those burdens, those puzzles, those chores, the weight of the world that you thought was for you to carry. Dear ones, you only have the backpack that belongs to you on your back, with your belongings as you go on your journey. Let each other individual carry their own pack and figure out what to put in it, just as you choose what you put in it and what you carry with you along your journey, every step of the way. Okay? Good. Dear ones, fill yourselves now with emerald green light for healing. For you have released much, even if you didn't know it. Allow yourselves to radiate this emerald light within your heart. You could imagine it as an emerald crystal, or like the green obsidian that the medium has here in the room here that all of you have seen. So it's easy to imagine. Imagine your heart as that beautiful, clear, emerald green crystal. And if there is anything that seems unclear, a smudge, some cloudiness, some darkness, shine in Raphael's light. Ask Archangel Raphael and his team who are here to purify and cleanse and heal that area within your heart space. For we will start with your heart as a crystal. Imagine yourself as if your heart were out in front of you. You're looking at it from all angles, checking it for impurities, old energies, smudges, dust, dirt, anything. And as though you cleanse your windows, allow Raphael's emerald green ray to cleanse your heart crystal, dissolving impurities, cleansing denser energies. You may assist with the violet fire as well to transmute, and then the green to heal that area. If you sense there are trapped energies, ask us and we will assist you. Very good. And now allow your heart crystal to radiate this emerald ray throughout your being. Fill yourself from head to toe in emerald green light. And then allow it to expand beyond your physical form. Out into your field. Feel yourself expand, receiving this healing ray. Allow it to pulse and vibrate through your emotional and mental and spiritual bodies as you have already filled your physical being. If there are any areas that you are aware of that need extra help, call on Raphael and his team to tend to those areas in your physical form or emotional body or thought pattern that you realize doesn't serve you anymore. We are tending to all of you now, as well as this medium. Allow this work to unfold. She is asking to tend to the dogs as well, and yes, we will. Breathe in this emerald ray until your entire being is flooded. You can imagine this green light oozing out of your pores. You become the emerald green beacon of light. And this light expands. It envelops your entire being. Until you are magnificent and pure light, like that heart crystal, shining like an emerald green diamond. And from this space, imagine yourself around your world, flooding the grid with this emerald green ray as it flows through you, and you act as beacons, allowing it to flow through you from your heart, from Creator, through you, to the grid, and spread through the grid. So your entire world is bathed in emerald green light. Imagine your sky being this radiant emerald green. People looking up and seeing this green sky. Wow. Beautiful. Healing light. For those who have eyes to see, who look up out of their puzzle and are willing to receive. They receive whatever healing they are willing to receive at this point from their higher self through the grid, anchored into the Mother, the beautiful Gaia, as now her heart crystal also is flooded with this healing emerald ray. And as above, so below. As the center of your world, your beautiful heart radiates your Gaia's heart, this healing ray out into your world, the land, the water, plants, the animals, all life, humanity. And the ley lines are flooded with this emerald ray as well. And so for those who are willing to see and receive, they receive this flooding through their Earth Star connection and their Soul Star connection. As above, so below. And as you are around your world like satellites, you could imagine, as we have before, instead of just a firefly being yellow, you could imagine all those people who are receiving this healing, lighting up like emerald green lights as though your holiday lights at times. Blinking lights all around your world. So many. By their free will, they are receiving the healing ray, this emerald ray. And the Archangel Raphael and his team are assisting all of those who are ready and willing to receive now, as well as all of you. Just breathe, dear ones, and allow these energies to flow through you as you anchor this vibration for your world and all who are receiving. There are many assisting you with holding this energy, as you know. But you are the bridge between the two realms. For you are spirit and a body. You are anchoring in these vibrations on both sides of what you consider a veil. As above, so below. So it is, and so be it. It is done. Take a breath and breathe in this light. Fill your lungs with this beautiful emerald ray. Imagine all the oxygen through your body receiving this healing, this emerald ray, as it flows through your entire body, feeding all of your cells and organs, everything filling with emerald, going where it is needed. Receiving healing from your Earth Mother as well, coming up through your feet as you work your way back into this space, gently. Connecting to the Earth Mother's heart from yours. For you are all connected. You are all one. Blessed be. Blessed be. Blessed be. We thank you for doing the work this night, dear ones, and for listening, for holding the space and being the anchors that you have been so many times before. Take a deep breath and come back gently into your denser forms, into your own spaces. Be gentle with yourselves this night and the coming days ahead. Remember the exercise previous speaker mentioned. Have fun with it. Go on a, like solving a mystery puzzle type of thing. Yes, have fun with it. Our blessings to all of you. And we will speak again soon. Have a good night.